Please remain standing as Rihanna James of St. Stanislaus College leads us in the universal prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Please stand as I lead you in a word of prayer. Our Father, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the words of truth, where words come out from the depths of truth, where words come out from the depths of truth.
Oh, shit. Come in.
Where words come out from the depths of truth, where the clear stream of reasoning has not lost its way into the Sorry about that. Please allow me to restart. Our Father, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that freedom of heaven. My Father, let my country awake. Amen. Thank you.
And now let us all recite the national pledge of Guyana. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Thank you. Please be seated. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Prime Minister, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, Honorable Minister of Education, Sonia Parag, and other members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, Permanent Secretary Shanali Hussein Outhar, and other PSs, advisors, representatives of Jane, members of the Diplomatic Corps, CEO, DCEOs, ACEOs, and other senior education officials, teachers, students across Guyana and across the Caribbean. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the launch of the Guyana Digital School, live from the Arthur Chung Conference Center. Good to have you with us today. Good to see our schools across the country online, as well as all of you here in the Dome. Today is a breakthrough moment. Guyana is unveiling the largest online learning initiative in our history, bringing His Excellency's vision to life. We are working actively for a modern, competitive, digitally ready nation. So are we ready, everybody? Okay, that was the AC in the room. Now that we are warmer, are we ready? All right, GDS is a full online secondary school at this point, but it is going to expand to other grades, and it is going to offer so much that we'll hear about today. You can learn anytime, anywhere, at any age, even for our students who are up at 1 a.m. while scrolling memes. Yes, you can learn with the GDS. And here is a bit of excitement for all of us today. I am especially pleased to be joined by our AI co-host. And so I now invite my co-host to say hello and to meet all of you wonderful people. So that's a little sample. We'll hear from her as we continue with our launch this morning. But we are especially pleased to have so many of you, not just in Guyana, but in our region. And we'll be hearing from our leaders from the region as well as some of our students who have logged on already. What can we expect this morning? We can expect live demonstrations of what the GDS is all about, interactive smart board tools. You saw all of them as you were coming into the dome this morning. We're going to hear stories from teachers as well as the students, because the GDS has been live for several months, even though we're launching today. So as we close in on Christmas, this is a perfect reminder that this season is about giving. And today, the government of Guyana is giving to our students across this land, but across our Caribbean region as well, something that's far better than a toy. It's access, it's opportunity, and the power to learn anytime, anywhere. And so, in the spirit of technology, and having not heard from our Edu companion a moment ago, we're going to have her back on to tell us a little bit more about the Guyana Digital School.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished educators, students, and honored guests, it is my privilege to introduce the Guyana Digital School, a bold and forward-looking national initiative launched under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. This transformative project reflects our country's unwavering commitment to equity, innovation, and opportunity for every learner. The Guyana Digital School is designed to bridge gaps in access by offering a fully digital, curriculum-aligned learning experience for secondary school students preparing for CSEC. High-quality education is now within reach anywhere, anytime at any age. Whether a student lives in Georgetown, the hinterland, the riverine regions, or anywhere across the Caribbean. Importantly, the GDS is not limited to Guyana alone. It has been open to our brothers and sisters across CARICOM, and several regional students have already registered and begun benefiting from this transformational platform. This positions Guyana as a leader in digital education within the Caribbean community. Through video lessons, interactive tools, practice exams, and ongoing teacher support, the GDS empowers students to learn at their own pace while preparing confidently for their CSEC examinations. The Guyana Digital School carries a powerful promise. Every child, here in Guyana and across CARICOM, deserves the chance to succeed. And now every child can.
Absolutely, every child can. And who in the room or online have already registered for the GDS? Anybody? By a show of hands, raise those hands so we'll know how many persons we have to process before the end of our program today. So you're already enrolled and you are at the school, yes? Okay, let's get a sense of who's in the room though, not just physically, but virtually. A number of our schools, as we heard, both in the hinterland, on the coast, and in the Caribbean, are with us for our launch of the Guyana Digital School, empowering your mind, learning without limits. And so let's get a quick look and a roll call, or as they say in the class, all the teachers, time to mark the register to see who's present at this time. So we are going to hear briefly from our various students. I know we've got from all of our regions, from the top of the map right through to the interior at the south of Guyana. And so could we invite the students, perhaps as I call the school's name, you can come on very quickly and say hello to us. Quabana Secondary is with us today. Quabana, if you want to come in and say a quick hello, you only have to do this really quickly for us. Okay, we're going to have to move on if Quabana is taking a little too long to turn on their mic. Lovely seeing all of you beautiful faces in the classroom. How about Matthews Ridge Secondary? We're calling the students of Matthews Ridge Secondary. They're going to come up in a bit. Anna Regina Secondary, so this is the full screen of everybody that's present. Abram Zul Secondary.
Good morning, Miss. Matthews Ridge here. Matthews Ridge Secondary.
Yes. Region 1 representing for us today, Anna Regina. So we're going to come out of Region 1, head into Region 2. Anna Regina Secondary. Abramzul Secondary. Kabakaburi Secondary.
Secondary.
Okay, good to have you with us. Let's come a little closer to the coast. We're now going to go to Stewartville Secondary. Westminster Secondary. Dora Secondary, if you're online, you can say a quick hello to us as we move on to Region 4. Diamond Secondary. Give us that proud wave.
Hi.
Hi. Somebody, yes, we're all as excited as you. Still in Region 4, let's go to St. Cuthbert's Secondary. That's the indigenous village in Region number 4, St. Cuthbert's. All right, we continue. Good Hope Secondary. Myconi Secondary. Rosignol Secondary. Fort Wellington Secondary. Port Moran Secondary. Where are our 5 and 6 schools? Oriala Secondary School. Oriala Secondary School. Madhya Secondary. So we're moving up a little bit from Region 6. We're going to go up to Madhya at this time.
Madhya Secondary School, Region 8.
Yes, thank you so much. Good to have you with us. Madhya Secondary. Cato Secondary. Cato Secondary, if you're here, we really want to see our interior schools because these are our schools that we want to ensure get equitable access. Oh, there they are. Beautiful faces.
Good morning, everyone. It is both a privilege and honor to be on the Guyana Digital launch. It will be beneficial for us all students.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys look so good there, so beautiful. It's so nice to have you in the room.
And I assure you that's not my AI assistant, but he is our boss. Let's continue. That was K2 a moment ago. Shall we go to Napi Secondary in Region number 9?
Napi Secondary here, Miss.
All right, good to have you, Napi. Sun Creek Secondary.
Good morning from Sand Creek Secondary Region 9.
Masara Secondary School. Masara? All right, we know that you're there. We saw you a little earlier. Karasabai?
Good morning from Secondary Region 8.
Good morning indeed. On we go. Harmony Secondary. We're rounding off our online schools. Harmony Secondary.
Secondary School.
So we couldn't leave out the coastal schools, so let's have a few from our coastland that are tuned in and joining the launch. St. Stanislaus College. North Georgetown Secondary, North Ramveld Secondary, St. Joseph's High School, Queens College.
From North Georgetown Secondary School, Region 4.
Go ahead, North. Anyone else who wants to say a quick hello as we wrap up this part? Did I miss any school?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's give our online students and teachers a round of applause. Our schools' classrooms look good. Whether they're in the IT lab or they're sitting in their classroom, it's beautiful, colorful. How about our students in the dome of the Arthur Chung Conference Center? Give yourselves a round of applause. You've been applauding our online students all the time. Our Caribbean students are with us as well, and so we'd like to acknowledge them from Belize, Bahamas, Barbados, and any other students and teachers from the CARICOM region that are with us. Welcome to the launch of the Guyana Digital School. At this time, we're going to now invite brief remarks from our partners at Jane University. They have supported this digital leap forward. And so I invite Dr. Chanai Roy Chan. He's the chair of the Jane Group and chancellor of the Jane University for remarks at this time.
Your Excellency, President Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali, warm greetings from Jane Group and Jane University, India. Today marks a truly historic milestone, not just the inauguration of a project, but the beginning of a new era in Guyana's educational journey. Your Excellency, the Guyana Digital School stands as a testament to your extraordinary vision. You have not only imagined a digital future, you have brought that future into the hands of every child. Across every village, every river, community, every home, your leadership ensures that every learner receives equal world-class education. Your belief that education must reach the unreached has become the driving force behind this revolutionary transformation. The Guyana Digital School is not just a platform, it is a promise. A promise that learning will be anytime, anywhere. A promise that no child will ever be left behind due to distance or circumstance. A promise that Guyana is ready to stand proudly among the world's most innovative and progressive nations. This initiative will transform thousands of lives, giving students the wings to dream, innovate, and rise. And Your Excellency, your vision does not stop at Guyana. You have extended this digital revolution across the entire Caribbean region. This is leadership of the highest order, leadership that uplifts not only a nation, but an entire community of nations. For us, at Jane Group and Jane University, it is a matter of great privilege to serve as the technology and academic partner for this national mission. For over 3 decades, we have believed in the power of education to change lives. Today, we feel humbled and stand beside a nation that holds this belief with equal passion. Your Excellency, we are committed not just today, but for every step ahead to support your revolutionary vision for a modern, inclusive and empowered Guyana. Working closely with the Ministry of Education, GOAL and your academic teams, we will ensure that Guyana Digital School becomes a global model for transformation in school education. As we celebrate this extraordinary achievement, I wish to reflect on a simple truth. When a nation invests in education, it invests in its destiny. Today, Your Excellency, you have laid the foundation for a new generation of thinkers, innovators, and leaders. The Guyana Digital School will illuminate the path for decades to come. It will inspire every young mind to dream fearlessly and aim higher. And it will continue to strengthen Guyana's position as a beacon of progress in the Caribbean and the world. Dear students, permit me to share a brief story here. A traveler once came across 3 brick employees at work and asked each one of them what they are doing. The first said, I am laying bricks. The second one said, I am building a wall. And the third said with a pride, I am constructing a school. All three performed the same task, but only one understood the purpose. I urge all of you to think like the third bricklayer. Whatever work you do, big or small, do it with purpose, do it with vision and pride. Let me explain another example from nature, the Chinese bamboo tree. For the first 5 years, nothing appears above the ground. The seed is watered, nurtured, and cared for. Yet there is no visible progress. But in the sixth year, it suddenly grows 80 feet in 6 weeks. The question is, did it grow 80 feet in 6 weeks or in 5 years? The truth, all growth was happening underground, quietly strengthening its roots. In the same way, many of you will face struggles, challenges, days when progress will be invisible, but when results look uncertain, yet you worked hard, persevered, and you did not give up. Your achievements are not sudden. Keep that in mind. They are the outcome of unseen effort, resilience, and discipline. So, my dear friends, as your journey continues, whatever you do, have a vision for the future. World needs extraordinary individuals and leaders in the future, and especially compassionate human beings and responsible global citizens. Make your country proud, and Guyana should be on the world map to make things happen in life. And you, as young leaders, will show the world that Guyana is the most economic, prosperous country to ever happen with your vision and dream. All the best. Your Excellency, President Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali, please accept my deepest respect and heartfelt congratulations. I also extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Mark Phillips, Honorable Minister of Education Mrs. Sonia Parag, Permanent Secretary Mrs. Shanail Hossain Uttar, Chief Education Officer Mr. Saddam Hussain, Professor Jacob Opodei, Director Goal, Mr. Hank Omer, and the entire academic and technical team of the Ministry of Education, Guyana. Your passion and your dedication have made this vision a reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roy Chand, and thanks to the Jain team for walking with us on this journey and helping us to take Guyana from chalkboard and duster to cloud-based learning and AI. AI, in this instance, always inside students on our phones. Now we're talking artificial intelligence, because after today you can be inside on your phones and complement all of your studies at your various levels in secondary school with all the offerings on the Guyana Digital School. So we continue. Earlier, I was saying, and I was going through the regions, and I knew I would have missed somebody. A very important region to Guyana is region number 7, 3 Mile Secondary. They are with us at the launch, but I neglected to include them in the roll call, so my apologies, 3 Mile Secondary, but let's give them a round of applause. So all 10 of our regions are in class with us today, as well as the students and the teachers in Barbados. And as we continue with our launch this morning and grounding digital transformation, we're doing so in our cultural identity. We can't lose our identity as Guyanese, as citizens of the region and the world. And while technology is taking us forward, culture keeps us centered. And since we're in the Christmas season, it feels like the perfect moment to bring a little bit of joy today. No pepper pot and ginger beer at this time, but we do have a cultural performance that's going to get us into the festive spirit. Consider it an early holiday gift, minus the wrapping paper. Please welcome Echo Kinetic Duo with a dance item for us at this time. Please welcome them, everybody. Thank you, Eco-Kinetic duo. Let's give them another round of applause. You may know them from being influencers, and I think a number of our contemporary influencers are present for the launch as well. Also, others who are tuned in online. So the minute I forget somebody, the others are saying, "You didn't mention me." Well, who else is with us and needs a shout out? The folks from the Guyana Prison Service, who will be utilizing this platform as well. And happy to have you, as well as all of you online on the various social media platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. And this is the TikTok generation, and I saw all of you got out your phones for the dance. We hope that you keep your phones up and about to record the important bits that we have for you today. But earlier I said that taking you through the program is my co-host, Edu Co. I thought it was a very classy name for someone who's going to now introduce a very important speaker at the launch of the Guyana Digital School. So back to my co-host, Edu Co. All right, give us a moment to just ensure that we can hear her. And after this presentation that we're going to hear in a moment, we'll actually get our hands dirty, well, with our fingers in particular, as we go onto our devices for a real-time demonstration of how we can interface with the Guyana Digital School. We actually have a class. So all of you who are in the sciences, hard sciences or pure sciences, we've got a class demonstration of how you can utilize the Guyana Digital School in a moment. But EduCo is gearing up, was buffering a little earlier, with the weather and so on, but I see the folks from Innovation with us today, and with the Wi-Fi GY that's rolled out across the country. That's how our students and teachers that we called earlier, particularly from regions 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10, that's and other riverine areas in Guyana, are with us today and accessing the Guyana Digital School. Over 13 subjects to date, over 20,000 students have already enrolled, as well as students from the Caribbean. So, our EduCo co-host will come on in a moment, and if you're thinking, well, would she be able to help me with my homework, with my SBAs? Will she be able to do that for me? No, please don't try it. She'll be able to help, to give you guidance as to how you can prepare your respective assignments. Students, are you all right? My colleagues will tell me in a moment when we are ready and raring to go with EduCo. But even as we launch the Guyana Digital School, ladies and gentlemen, we know that there's so much happening already in the digital sphere. When we were last here for the Coursera launch, we were talking about digitizing public service records, NIS records, passport systems, immigration services. I mean, some of you got your e-tickets for speeding. So please slow down, pay your tickets, and remember to use our roads safely, especially during this time. But this isn't happening in isolation. This launch today isn't happening in isolation from all that's happening digitally as Guyana transforms. We're getting ready for our eID, smart authentication as well, paperless airports, as I mentioned, EMIS in our schools, digital birth and death certificates, telemedicine, and some of the same schools and the regions that we gave a shout out to earlier, telemedicine happening already at their health centers, all part of one unified division vision, and the architect, of course, for all that is happening is who, everybody? Let's see, I'm not AI, but I'm prompting you. Who is making this possible for all of us today? A tablet, if you can give me the correct answer. So my co-host is actually answering my questions. Ladies and gentlemen, the architect behind this bold integrated digital Guyana is none other than our president, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. A year ago, we heard about this school back in April of last year, and here we are, closing off 2025, handing the school to all of you across Guyana and the Caribbean. All right.
Certainly. It is my honor this morning to invite to the podium a visionary leader whose career has been marked by dedication, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to national development. The Honorable Savitri Sonia Parag was appointed Minister of Education on September 13, 2025, following her groundbreaking service as Minister of Public Service and Guyana's first female Minister of Local Government and Regional Development. Born on the Essequibo coast, she is a proud graduate of President's College, the University of Guyana, and the Hugh Wooding Law School, a reflection of her own deep roots in Guyana's education system. Throughout her distinguished career, Minister Parag has championed transformative national initiatives, including the Gold Scholarship Program, and has served with distinction on key parliamentary and international committees. Her leadership continues to be guided by a profound commitment to equity, good governance, and sustainable development, especially in ensuring that every child in Guyana has access to quality education. Today, as we launch the Guyana Digital School, an initiative designed to bridge educational gaps, expand access, and transform learning for every secondary student, we are witnessing a realization of the ministry's vision to deliver education for the future, where learning becomes accessible anytime, anywhere, at any age. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Savitri Sonia Parag, Minister of Education, a champion for innovation, empowerment, and the bright future of Guyana's learners.
Thank you very much to Michelle's co-host today, our AI partner, EduCo. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, my distinguished cabinet colleagues, members of the Diplomatic Corps, students of Guyana, students of the wider CARICOM and Caribbean region, those students who are online from Barbados, Belize, Montserrat, St. Kitts, and Nevis. Welcome today to the launch of the Guyana Digital School. I'd also like to recognize those my hardworking team, the Chief Education Officer, Mr. Saddam Hussein, our Permanent Secretary, Ms. Shaniel Hussein, and our information technology team, along with other partners and stakeholders. Again, good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us as we mark a defining moment for our education sector, for our country indeed, and for the wider CARICOM region. Today, we launched the Guyana Digital School, another bold and revolutionary initiative of His Excellency that sets the course for the future we are building together. And it is truly an honor to share this historic moment with all of you. As Minister of Education, I am mindful that this sector touches every Guyanese household and every family's hope for a better future. And I come to this role with a profound appreciation for what education makes possible, strengthened by my own experience as the former Minister of Public Service, where I witnessed the power of opportunity on a national scale through the Gold Scholarship Initiative, which was born out of His Excellency's vision for an educated and empowered nation. I saw firsthand how access can change the trajectory of a country. Gold was a landmark achievement in our government's first term, as it expanded learning into places and into lives that had been long overlooked. It brought global classrooms into local communities and allowed tens of thousands of Guyanese to reimagine their potential. In just over 2.5 years, more than 20,000 citizens stepped into new programs, new skills, and new ambitions. There were single parents, young professionals, sugar workers, public servants, teachers, farmers, first-generation university students, and so many others whose only barrier had been opportunity. Behind every scholarship was a person whose world widened because education finally met them where they were. And goal proved that when opportunity is deliberately opened, Guyanese people step forward with determination and pride. It is that same belief in access that brings us here today. In the People's Progressive Party Civics 2025 to 2030 manifesto, we committed to world-class education for all. And this launch, occurring in less than 100 days of his new term, stands as clear evidence that our commitments are long-term slogans, are not long-term slogans, but immediate action. From promise to delivery, the Guyana Digital School demonstrates that when we say learning must reach every child, we mean now. The digital school recognizes the geography of our country and ensures that a child in a riverine village receives the same level of instruction as a child in Georgetown or Anna Regina. That is what true access means. For years, we have heard the familiar line that there is a Guyanese in every part of the world. Today, in a remarkable shift, thanks to the prudent national investment and responsible fiscal management by the People's Progressive Party civic government, the world is now coming to Guyana. Our country is growing, our labor force is evolving, and our young people are standing at the edge of new possibilities. With this moment comes a clear responsibility to ensure that Guyanese are not bystanders to their own national transformation. They must be equipped with the skills, confidence, and digital competence to step into the opportunities that are now within reach. The digital school helps us to do exactly that. It speaks to a Guyana where the child who learns visually, the child who learns through practice, the child who needs reinforcement after class, and the child who wants to move ahead can all find a space that meets them where they are. Instead of asking students to fit into a single mold, we are building a system that adjusts itself to the learner. Already, a staggering 20,368 students from grades 10 and 11 across Guyana and the wider CARICOM region have enrolled and registered on this program. The program will continue to expand to grades 7 through 9 by early 2026. The Guyana Digital School is grounded in a holistic 4-quadrant approach that blends technology, content, engagement, and hands-on experience into one cohesive model of learning. It brings together interactive online classes led by trained educators, a rich library of on-demand digital resources, programs that build wider skills beyond the curriculum and practical, activity-based projects that help students apply what they learn. With this approach, it will be unlocking a truly exciting time. In recent weeks, I have spoken with educators, curriculum experts, who have all resoundingly commended the depth and the vision of this model. They see what we see, the vision of His Excellency. Students gaining direct access to teachers, resources they can explore at any hour, and practical experiences that deepen understanding, supported by artificial intelligence tools that personalize learning and help students strengthen their weaknesses. Undoubtedly, these elements will collectively create a dynamic and forward-looking learning environment. And let me be very clear that this is not an abandonment of the traditional schooling methodology, as some may have suggested. It is the strengthening of it. It introduces new avenues for learning so that no child falls behind because of distance, circumstance, or pace. We all witnessed during the COVID-19 pandemic how quickly the world can change and how fragile learning becomes when a system relies on a single mode of delivery. Students everywhere lost time they can never fully regain, and countries across the world are still grappling with the learning loss of that period. In Guyana, the Guyana Digital School is designed to guard against that vulnerability. It stands beside our classrooms as a resilient, flexible partner, giving teachers, parents, and students consistent support even in times of uncertainty. It is one more way we ensure that education grows with the country and not behind it. This is why digital dexterity matters. It is no longer a specialized skill. It is becoming a basic requirement for functioning in today's world, where AI is gradually dominating. And if we are honest, our young people already know. They already show us where that world is heading. Some of them can work a phone faster than we can find the volume button. Before we finish asking how an app works, they have already customized it. And I am not only referring to TikTok, even though I know all these wonderful young children with us here today know all about that platform. Our children can move through technology with an ease that tells us they are ready for a world that rewards curiosity, confidence, and adaptability. Our job now is to make sure the education system keeps pace, not by demonizing technology, but by adopting it responsibly and deliberately. The Guyana Digital School is one of the ways we will achieve this target. When the People's Progressive Party civic government returned to office in 2020 under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali, we came with a clear vision for education, but more importantly, with the political will to act on it. After all, vision without resolve changes nothing. It is the will to make hard decisions and follow through that allowed us to deliver consistently to the people of Guyana. Since then to now, we have instituted free education from nursery straight through to tertiary institutions, including the University of Guyana. And we brought relief to more than 13,000 Guyanese through the University of Guyana loan write-off program. We strengthened our teaching workforce with over 1,345 teachers graduating in 2025 alone, and almost 92% of teachers in the hinterland now fully trained. We expanded and upgraded learning spaces across the country because no child's future should depend on where they live. At the same time, we modernized how the system works. The Education Management Information System is transforming how schools track attendance and performance. New digital services are freeing teachers from long administrative delays so that they can do the job they most love, to teach. Data analytics are also helping us identify learning gaps early so we can intervene long before an examination. And with the National Anti-Bullying app soon to be rolled out, we intend to create safer learning spaces where students feel protected and heard. Because a modern education system is not only about technology, but it's also safety, accountability, and clear support for every child. As we strengthen how the systems function, we must also strengthen where that system can take our students. To every student, every parent, every teacher, and every partner who will walk this journey with us, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Together, we are building an education system that matches the promise of our nation. Together, we are shaping a Guyana where every child can stand tall. And together, guided by the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, we will deliver world-class education to our people as they deserve. Thank you so much, and I look forward to all of you registering on the Guyana Digital School because it is the future of education, not only in Guyana, but globally. And you will be a part of that journey, if not the pioneers of that journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Minister of Education, Sonia Parag, for stepping on that accelerator and driving the kind of innovation that our students, I'm sure, will say is next level. Let's give our minister a round of applause and the entire team of the Ministry of Education for bringing us to this point. And now we present a demo video of the Ghana Digital School, and it's going to be followed by a brief demonstration thereafter.
A nation's future is shaped by what its children learn today. And when education becomes accessible, everything changes. For families, for communities, and for generations. The Guyana Digital School is that very promise. A vision led by His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, the Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. It is a vision to transform education, ensuring that every young mind in Guyana, regardless of their location, has access to modern, inclusive, and world-class learning. At the heart of the Guyana Digital School lies a simple but powerful idea. Learning should be centered around the student, not the other way around. This marks a shift from the traditional classroom where teaching often caters to the average student, to a dynamic environment where every student is seen, heard, and supported. Student needs is carefully organized and readily available. It offers a more detailed explanation, reinforces key concepts, and gives the student another opportunity to practice and improve. The digital school facilitates hands-on learning through an array of interactive activities. Students engage with crosswords to build vocabulary, flip through flashcards to sharpen memory, and tap on image hotspots that transform static pictures into moments of discovery. Learning becomes alive, active, and engaging, designed to ignite curiosity and deepen understanding when it comes to science and mathematics. The experience goes even deeper. The Guyana Digital School brings these subjects to life through a suite of AI-enabled virtual labs. However, technology alone does not constitute exceptional learning behind every screen. Dedicated teachers, experienced, passionate, world-class educators, these experts recognize that learning is personal. They serve as mentors who guide, encourage, and assist every student in reaching their full potential. When education is accessible, adaptable, and ambitious, anything is possible. The Guyana Digital School, where every student matters, where learning meets innovation, student-centered, future-ready, AI-driven.
And now we invite Sir Ganga Sudu, a CPC educator, pure sciences specialist, a gold scholar, Exxon STEM ambassador, to give us a quick demonstration. We will see it on any screen closest to you. As now Sir steps into the classroom. So if you saw the big billboards around town and you saw some students and a teacher, that's the teacher right there, you know. All those, he is just wrapped up his master's and he's getting ready to get his microphone and give us a quick demonstration of how we will engage with the platform.
All right, wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Allow me to acknowledge all distinguished guests present. Good. So, one of the major concerns with this digital school platform is how are we going to bridge the theoretical knowledge gained in the classroom with the practical aspect that should be done in the classroom. And this is what I want to introduce you to. So, I'm going to click on a course. So let's click on chemistry. And of course, when I'm running the platform, I want you to recognize that under the various weeks, you have the option to go ahead to do virtual labs. Now, this is where interactive simulations come into play. Now, this is how we can bridge that gap. So you go ahead and you click on the simulation, and of course, you'll be able to carry out that experiment. Just give me 1 second. Good. Now look on the screen here. We have a virtual simulation highlighting the concept of electricity. So we can go ahead and build a circuit. So we know the components of a circuit. We have a battery. We have our wires, so we're going to connect them. And of course, we're going to connect our light bulb as well. So you have the option to play around with this and have fun with it. And at the same time, you can learn as you go through, because it's going to highlight concepts that are not apparent to you when you're going through it in the textbook. Now look at this here. I can increase the voltage of the battery, and you would notice what is happening with the electrons. When I increase the voltage of the battery, what is happening with the electrons? Anybody? A student? Anybody would like to tell me what's happening with the electrons in the circuit? You'll get a prize if you tell me. I know you want to answer, that's fine. You're scared. Good, so the electrons are moving faster. And of course, look, when I decrease the resistance, what is happening in the circuit? Do you see the importance of virtual simulation? And do you see how this can bridge the gap now with the theoretical knowledge learned in your subject area, along with the practical aspects that should be done within the classroom? So this here is an innovative and creative way to carry out school-based assessments. So persons who are worried, especially in the sciences, this is how you can get that practical aspect done. And it runs across for the pure sciences, where we have different simulations embedded on the platform under different topic areas. Now, if you don't know what to do, we have the AI assistant right there. You can type it in and it's going to guide you on what to do. And of course, if you make mistakes, it's going to highlight where you went wrong. It's going to recommend what to do and areas of improvement. Thank you.
Sir, you were able to answer President's question about the matter, states of matter? No?
Yes. He's going to get a prize.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, sir, as well as all our other teachers who've been involved in the formulation of the content. Remember, all the content on the Guyana Digital School.
Michelle,
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Just highlighting. So in all of the experiments and the lab work now, because we can do it digitally, the students can do it as many times as they want until they get it perfect without worrying about how much material we're losing, and the teachers having a limit to what amount of material they can utilize in a lab. So it can actually perfect their lab work now digitally and have that assisted by AI.
Absolutely. It will never get tired of explaining the same topic 10 times. You are going to get it. You're going to master it. And that's what the school is all about. And as I said, sir, as well as our other teachers, are going to be available after the launch. There are several digital boards available, and you can begin to interact. Any topic area, any subject that you are finding some difficulty in, now is a good time to go directly to the content and see how it is going to help you. But earlier we did mention that this digital school, it's not just for us here in Guyana, it's extended to our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, and we'd like to say a quick Guyana hello to the good people in Barbados. So let's head into the Barbados classroom at this time as they greet us, and we give them a nice round of applause. Good to see you. And at this time, we are also going to hear from your leader, the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, is going to join our launch with a congratulatory message.
Welcome to this exciting launch of the Guyana Digital School. I'd love to thank and congratulate Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali for his bold and innovative vision that seeks to put in the hands of all of our Caribbean children the opportunity to learn. Whether it is in the coastlands or hinterlands of Guyana, whether it is in Barbados or St. Kitts or St. Lucia, we want to ensure that our children have that ability to learn at their fingertips. I'd like to thank all who have contributed to this. I'd like to also thank the various ministries of education throughout the region. And of course, I'd like to thank the parents and the children who have embraced this, and we look forward to more doing so. Congratulations as we celebrate this new day in our education regionally with cooperation at the center of it. For after all, we are one Caribbean people. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister Mottley. We continue with the congratulatory messages. I now have the pleasure to share this letter addressed to the President. It says, Dear President Ali, on behalf of Honorable Francis Fonseca, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Education, Culture, Science and Technology, I wish to convey Belize's appreciation for the invitation to participate in the launch and the rollout of the Guyana Digital School. Belize recognizes that the GDS is an important initiative and will offer students preparing for CSEC exams access to high-quality and targeted learning resources. The Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology sees meaningful potential in linking the GDS with our own digital education resource platforms to the benefit of both our educators and our learners. We look forward to sharing this opportunity with our education stakeholders and partners and to continuing strengthening the cooperation between Belize and Guyana as we work together to enhance teaching and learning across our nations. Please accept, President Ali, the assurances of my highest consideration. Can we have a round of applause for the good people of Belize? And now, the Honorable Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, will bring his congratulations.
To the good people of Guyana, good morning. To my brother and friend, His Excellency Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, to the Minister of Education, the government and people of Guyana, congratulations on this fantastic initiative, the Guyana Digital School, and might I say by extension, the CARICOM Digital School. As Prime Minister of Grenada, I am indeed honored and would have had the opportunity to experience myself in a learning session with the President and other colleagues from CARICOM, the Guyana Digital School. It is a truly transformative initiative, not just for Guyana, but for CARICOM, and more importantly, for students who will benefit from this initiative. I am sure during this morning's launch, you will hear all of the wonderful features, the subject areas that the school covers, as well as the AI features that allows for students to be guided by a chatbot to improve their results and their performance. But critically, this tool allows students who otherwise would not have access to knowledge, to guidance, to technology, to be able to use the technology to support their learning, to support their growth and development. And that is why it is important for students within the CARICOM region to benefit and take advantage of this marvelous initiative. And so I can assure you, my brother and friend, that the government and people of Grenada will certainly be championing this initiative. I've already instructed the Minister of Education to make sure that we are an active part of this. I have no doubt it will be successful and will indeed help to transform the delivery of education in CARICOM. Thank you very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister Mitchell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, students across Guyana and the Caribbean, the moment that we have been waiting for. Can I invite you to please stand as we invite a leader pushing us to think bigger, move faster, and prepare every Guyanese for global opportunity. Please welcome His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, to launch the Guyana Digital School.
Thank you very much. Please, thank you. Have your seats, the beautiful children of Guyana. You're the amazing strength that drives us every day. You are the reminder to us of our responsibilities to work harder every day to make your future one that is remarkable, one that is much easier than ours and those before us, and one that recognizes the true meaning of equity, dignity, love, and what it means to be true patriots. And that is what is a bare foundation that we are building. A society and a future where all our children can enjoy and live a life of dignity, equity, love, sealing our common future, not only as one people here in Guyana, but the CARICOM future as one region uplifted by each other. Today is a very important day for our region. It's an important day for regional integration. It is a day that I know many who came before us dreamt of. That is a day when children from Barbados, Belize, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and Nevis, Montserrat, wherever, and Guyana can be in one classroom, one environment, sharing one story, building one future. How beautiful is such a day when children across our CARICOM region can be in the same lab, conducting an experiment, fusing our different culture, telling our different story, and building truly the one Caribbean that we all want so badly. Today is also an emotional day from many perspectives. For many of the children here, you have a future that many before you dreamt of, even some of your own parents or your grandparents. I always tell these stories because it is important that we appreciate what we have. Generations of Guyanese before us were subjected to a life of poverty, not because they did not want better, but because there was no opportunity for them to have an education. There was no opportunity for them to break the cycle through opportunities. Today, on this historic day, every single Guyanese now have that opportunity. And that, for me, is the most rewarding outcome for all the stakeholders who are involved. This is not only about education. This is about dismantling barriers, removing differences. I will tell you, it was never easy for a child coming from Purika or Lenora or Region 6 or Region 10 to a school in Georgetown. Whilst we lived in the same country, we were subjected to different cultural norms or belief. It was never easy. Whether it was the accent in which you speak, whether it was the style in which you kept your hair, whether it was the manner in which you wore your sneakers. But today, we are breaking all of those barriers. Today, we are building a truly unified society where there is only one mission, one Guyana, one future, one champion, and that champion is the best for each other. And these are things we must not take for granted. You see, children, sometimes in life people listen to your entire speech, and at the end of it, they would tell you about 2 mistakes you made. That is not what life is about. Life is about context, seeing the best in every opportunity, in every challenge, in every circumstance. Life is not always easy. It is not always straightforward. But life allows us opportunity to be the best we can be every single day. And if we all try to be the best we can be every single day, we will have results at the end of the day. If we get bogged down on negativities and challenges and harsh statements that are made against us, and today it's more difficult for you, then we are always going to live in a sphere of negativity. Your school and your school life is about building friendship. It's about learning about each other. It's about supporting each other. It's not about fighting. It's not about gangs. It's not about demonstrating who is stronger than the other. It is channeling your energy in the right direction. It is using every moment before you to uplift yourself and those around you in a positive way. And today, this is our hope, that the Guyana Digital School will uplift the lives of children across the CARICOM region in a positive way every single day. Today is a landmark moment in our nation's long journey toward educational excellence and equality. Today, before I even continue, I salute every single teacher, every single stakeholder, every single Guyanese who contributed historically and to this day, and who will continue for their service to our country and our children. I thank every single student who embraced learning through difficult circumstances and sacrifices throughout our history, and help us as a nation to enjoy the wealth of their knowledge with the development that we have today. And I thank all those who made enormous sacrifices so that education was given an opportunity to create the human power, the human capital that guides us to this day. And I say that without hesitation. The Guyana Digital School represents one of the most transformative steps we have taken to ensure that our children, regardless of geography, income, background, or circumstance, can have access to the tools of the future and to the knowledge needed to participate in the economy of the future. Others before me today would have walked you through the rationale the technical details, the plans, the rollout, the infrastructure, the why, and the how of this institution. And that is important. But I want to focus on the bigger picture. I want to talk about why we have chosen to make such a bold and decisive investment in digitization, especially in digital education delivery. Why now? Why in this way? And why with such urgency? Because, my friends, this digital school is not simply an educational project. It is a national development project. It is a regional development project. It is an economic transformation project. It is a survival project. It is a prosperity project for Guyana and the CARICOM region. And it is rooted in one simple truth. The world has changed, and it is changing faster than any time before in human history. We are living in the age of what economists and technologists describe as the fourth industrial revolution. Think of it like this. Humanity has experienced three great waves of economic transformation. The first was powered by steam. The second was powered by electricity. The third was powered by computing. And now, the fourth is powered by data, algorithm, automation, artificial intelligence, robotics, biotechnology, cloud connectivity, and digital integration. That is the new era we are living in. That is our new reality. This is our new norm and our new today. This new wave is already reshaping the global economy, refining productivity, rewriting the rules of competitiveness, and redrawing the map of opportunity. If we survive, we have to get on board. Now let me give you an example. Our doctors in the past were skilled in doing the most complex surgery with their bare hands and fingers. Today, those complex surgeries are done from a computer, through robotics, and from offline tools. Before the end of next year, we will have our first experiment with a surgery being done from professionals sitting in the US conducting surgeries right here in Guyana. That is the future we're building. Now, what is the relevance of that to this school? This school is already giving you the experience of working in such environment, of conducting labs in such environment, of doing practical things in such environment. So this school is preparing you for the reality of the new world. That is just one example I want to give you. If we survive, we have to get on board. And the truth is, countries that fail to master this wave, countries that fail to catch it, risk being left behind in a way that would make previous developmental gaps look small. For decades, there has been a profound digital divide between the developed and developing world. When computers began to define the way business was conducted, information was stored, and communication was executed, many countries in the global south were already behind, and the gap widened. Consider these broad trends. In high-income countries, over 90% of households have reliable internet access. In many low-income countries, that figure drops below 40%. A child in a developed country is likely to have access to between 3 to 5 digital devices, from laptops to tablets to smartphones, before age 18. In developing regions, millions of children still encounter their first computer only after graduating from secondary school, or not at all. The average teacher in an advanced economy receives 40 to 60 hours of digital training per year. In many developing countries, this number
is way below 10 hours. These numbers may shift slightly depending on the study, but the pattern is that there is a yawning technological gap. If we do not begin now to bridge that gap, and if we do not do so decisively, deliberately, and consistently, our children will inherit not opportunity, but dependence. They will be consumers of the digital world, not creators. They will be passengers, not drivers. Our intention for Guyana and this region is to build drivers, not passengers. We cannot compete. We cannot be the best we can be if we settle ourselves to being passengers all of our life. We have to learn to be drivers. In the 20th century, the computer revolution reshaped the modern economy, but it also deepened global inequality because many countries entered late and unprepared. Guyana cannot afford to repeat that mistake. Not now, not when the fourth wave is moving even faster than the stakes are even higher. Some may ask, why is the government investing so heavily in digitalization? Why are we racing toward digital education, digital infrastructure, digital services? And I will answer them simply. The future of the world will be digital. The future of the economy will be digital. And the future of work will be digital. We are not investing to be fashionable. We are not investing to be fashionable. We are not investing to please consultants. We are not investing to follow global trends blindly. We're investing because this is where global opportunity is being created. Digital technology is now the backbone of every major industry. Healthcare is shifting to telemedicine, digital diagnostics, and AI-assisted imaging and surgery. Agriculture is shifting to precision farming, drones, sensor-driven irrigation, and predictive analytics. Manufacturing is shifting to robotics, 3D printing, and automated supply chains. Finance is shifting to fintech, blockchain, mobile banking, and digital wallets. Transport is shifting to autonomous systems, smart logistics, electric mobility. Governance is shifting to digital public services, secure data platforms, and integrated systems that reduce corruption and increase efficiency. And of course, education is shifting to digital platforms, personalized learning, virtual classrooms, and hybrid models. Guyana cannot stand on the sidelines and watch this transformation pass us by. We cannot be spectators in a game where the rules are being rewritten daily. We must be participants. We must be active, confident, and most of all, prepared. We must move from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based economy, from dependence on extraction to dependence on invention, industrialization, and innovation, from low-skilled labor to high-skilled digital talent. And to do that, we must digitize, and digitize quickly. The COVID-19 pandemic forced us into digital education in a manner none of us expected. Overnight, teachers who had never used a digital tool for instruction were thrust into virtual classrooms. Students with limited access to devices or connectivity were asked to navigate an online world they had barely been introduced to. Parents struggled, teachers struggled, students struggled. Let us be honest, the local experience was mixed. The reviews were mixed, and understandably so. But I want to congratulate the Minister, Manichan, and the team during COVID for allowing our country to stay and to remain in a position where we were one of few globally that continued to give education and deliver education. We don't speak about these things every day. But Guyana is a model country during COVID. From many perspectives, health, education, public service, we created models that the world is examining today. And we are open. We are open. Where results are mixed, we want the best. We'll examine. Many teachers were not trained to deliver virtual lessons. Many students lack devices. Many homes lack internet. Many families did not have the digital literacy to support online learning. Many were uncomfortable with this mode of learning. And we found it. That is why we had to print thousands of test pieces and working documents and worksheets and drop them off in villages across our country. We did it because we care, we love our children and want the best for them. That is why we did it. Many homes lack internet. Many families did not have the digital literacy to support online learning. Many were uncomfortable with this mode of learning. And today, recognizing that, we have how many? 400 plus places now with connectivity. We have now more than 253 hinterland communities connected. All the Amerindian communities. Our schools, our health centers, massive investment. But these investments will be more meaningful as we add these technological aid to them. This was not a failure of our people. It was a failure of preparedness. It was a reminder that the world can shift suddenly. And if we are not ready, the cost is high. But one of that painful experience came from one powerful lesson. Digital education is not optional. We were able to continue to educate our children. We did not see some benefits. Learning continued, and we recognized that the digital learning could not be ignored. Even if the pandemic had never happened, the world was already moving in that direction. But the pandemic accelerated the transition and exposed our vulnerabilities, our gaps in digital literacy, in infrastructure, in training, in readiness. These gaps must be closed, not gradually, not casually, not someday. They must be closed quickly, intentionally, and comprehensively if we are to build a strong and competitive digital economy. Because a digital economy requires a digital workforce. A digital workforce requires digital skills. Digital skills require digital learning. And digital learning requires digital institutions, like the Guyana Digital School. We cannot deny the truth. The future of education is digital. This does not mean the classrooms will disappear. It does not mean that teachers will be replaced. It does not mean that schools will become obsolete. What it means is that education will be enhanced, expanded, democratized, and reinvented by digital tools. And for a country like Guyana, with vast geography, remote communities, and uneven access, digital education is not just a tool for improvement, it is a tool for equality. And for our region that is susceptible to so many natural disasters, one of the first things that we try to get back up after natural disaster is communication and electricity, before roofs and homes and everything. And once those two things are back up, education is back up with a digital school. So when we talk about the future in the region, we are examining this. Digital education is not just a tool for improvement, it is a tool for equality. A child in Aishalton must have the same access to the quality learning as a child in Georgetown. A child in Barbados must have the same access as a child in St. Kitts and Nevis. A child in Kwakwani must be able to access the same training as a teacher in Queen's College. A student with disabilities
must be able to access learning in formats that empower them. A working adult must be able to upskill from wherever they are. Digital platforms make this possible. Guyana Digital School makes this possible for our children. The digital school that we are launching today is a gateway. It is envisioned as a hub for digital learning. Through the school, we hope to create high-quality digital content, empower students with skills that match global standards, close the digital divide in education between coastland and hinterland, offering alternative pathways for learning, especially for those who cannot access traditional schooling easily. Eventually support adult learners, out-of-school youth, and lifelong learners. Strengthen the backbone of a future digital economy. Importantly, the digital school will have a digital library with all of the textbooks our students require for CSEC and every single examination. All our children in CARICOM, all our children in Guyana will not have an excuse now when it comes to textbook. Imagine the power of that. And when we said to our CARICOM brothers and sisters that Guyana prosperity will be the prosperity of CARICOM, this is what we meant. Every single investment we make is made with an eye on our brothers and sisters in CARICOM, because we are one CARICOM. This school is not simply a response to the present. It is an investment in the future. It is a declaration of a country that knows where it is going and refuses to be left behind. A decade from now, the jobs our children will compete for may not exist today. A decade from now, the technologies they will use may not even be invented. A decade from now, the industries that will drive global GDP may be radically different from those of today. And we are building that decade from now in Guyana. When we talk about the Gas to Shore project, the centers of innovation, when we speak about all the data centers and what will come as spin-off from the data centers, is building 2050 ahead for you now, right here in Guyana. You don't take this moment for granted. Remember this moment you're living in, because we are delivering to you a country that will support you in 2050 by the investments we are making today. That is what we are doing. The school is not simply a response to the present. It is an investment in the future. It is the declaration of a country that knows where it's going and refuses to be left behind. This is why we must build capacity, strengthen digital literacy, improve financial literacy, expand access to devices, and train our teachers and students to thrive in a digital world. The Guyana Digital School is our way of saying, we will not wait, we will not drift, we will not watch from the sidelines, we will act. And so, we are accelerating the transition to digital education, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. The world will not slow down for Guyana. Technology will not pause for us to catch up. Opportunity will not freeze in time until we are ready. We must prepare now. We must invest now. We must train now. We must adapt now. And through the Guyana Digital School, we are doing exactly that. My friends, today is not the end of a project. It is the beginning of an era in which every Guyanese child has access to the world from wherever they are. An era in which teachers are empowered with modern tools. An era in which education is continuous, flexible, resilient, and inclusive. An era in which Guyana participates fully in the digital economy. An era in which we close not only the digital divide, but the opportunity divide. We are building a future in which the children of this nation can stand tall among the children of any nation because they're equipped, they're prepared, and they're empowered. Let us make the Guyana Digital School a symbol of our national ambition. Let it be an example
that greatness is not inherited, it is built, it is earned, it is created through vision, courage, and action. Today, we take one more step on that journey. May we walk it together. May we walk it together, strong, united, and with love, with dignity and honor. Before I close, I want to thank all those who worked enormously hard over the last year. All the members of Cabinet, the members of the Ministry of Education, every single person, Jane, the sister agencies, the Ministry of Public Service, all of the agencies that worked tremendously hard to get us here. I want to say to Minister Sonia that the work of the Ministry of Education must continue to elevate our children, elevate our system, because it is this ministry that must create the behavioral set and the type of human capital that will take us on the journey forward. May God bless you, all the stakeholders in education, and all of Guyana, all of our children. And may we all enjoy the benefits of our collective investment and the grace of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the Guyana Digital School. Thank you for this revolutionary student-centered online and AI-powered learning platform. And as President was speaking a moment ago, I thought how this school will make such an enormous difference, not just here in Guyana, but across the region. Imagine our students in Jamaica, now they can continue their education even as they recover from the recent hardships. So we keep them in our thoughts, especially during this time, but it goes to show how this school will be utilized not just across Guyana, but our region. Ladies and gentlemen, on the dot of 12, we're almost at the moment when we'll bring the curtain down on our program at this time. Students, the classroom quiz will be done in the foyer for those who can remain. You can sign up, you can explore, you can experience the future of learning. To our teachers, thank you for your leadership. I know you're looking forward to a well-earned break in another week's time. To our students, your future just expanded, as the president just shared with us. And to you, the TikTok generation, yes, go viral, but please still do your assignments as well. Could we have that commitment from all of you? Yes? All right. Let us bring the curtain down. I know we have our students virtually, so we had a thought that we could bring them all up on the screen side by side so we can see them one more time, if they can turn on their cameras quickly. Oriala Tushan, Anna Regina, Kwakwani, Kato, Madia. If Barbados, Belize, they're still on, we would love to have you in our shot as well. So all of the students, let's see your bright, beautiful faces. Give us another wave. And let's give them a wave from in here to all of you. Give them a nice big wave. Yes, this is really showing how we'll be able to connect all of you across our regions, all 10 administrative regions, as well as across our Caribbean nations as well. Good. I think this is the end of our launch program, everybody. But we are in the spirit of Christmas, so as we close, we want to invite all of you to come on down to the Christmas Village launching this afternoon on Main Street, and then to be part of the Christmas market and so much more. But let's also remember those who are going through difficult circumstances. Let's remember those that we've lost, our students, friends, our teachers during this past year, and let's reflect on what Christmas truly means to all of us. Let's choose kindness and compassion always, and please be the light however small, during this season of Christmas. So shall we have a round of applause, and thank you very much. And I know President and Prime Minister would like to come say hello to some of our students. I'm thinking how we could have done a nice photo with our online students as well as our students who are physically present. So maybe we can bring them back up on the screen and they can stand. Some of our students who are here can stand. Yes? All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for being part of the launching today. Have yourself a pleasant rest of this weekend. And refreshments will be served downstairs. Students on screen, you can remain for the photos.
We're coming out with another handbag.